Kanye, why are you here?
Baby, let's talk about Mr. Kanye West headed to the Diddy trial to support Diddy. Now, I know you guys know yesterday Kanye West attempted to go into the Diddy trial and was turned around. They did not want the circus. They did not want the drama. Also, he came there with his wife, Bianca Censori, half dressed inappropriately. Like, you're not going to help his case if you're doing that. But let's talk about the fact that Kanye West feels the need to help out his freaky friend. Okay, on Freaky Friday, Mr. Diddy the Diddler Freak Off Combs. Okay, first and foremost, let me just say this. Y'all both nasty. These are both two men that are just alike, if you think about it. Remember that there were rumors that Kanye West liked to see Bianca Censori get looked at by other men and touched and fondled and oogled and googled by other men. Well, baby, that's because he's a part of the freak offs with our boy Sean Diddy Combs, and so is Ray J. Don't let Ray J fool y'all. They've been out here in that industry doing that damn thing, if you know what I'm saying. I am not surprised that Kanye West is showing up to this trial. I don't know what type of help he think he's going to give Diddy, with him having the all of the Semitism and all of the rants about his children and how he should have done this and that to different women, and the exploitation of Bianca Censori. I'm trying to understand which part of you being there helps this man. I also would like to understand, okay, if this was planned. Did Sean Diddy Combs and Kanye West get on this prison phone and say, yeah, man, come support me, come show your support. Make sure that you blind the jury with your star power, man. Get in here and let's get it. We powerful men. Let's do what we do. We at the top, baby. Let's show them how we get in there and do that. I'm wondering, is this a whole plan? Because at this point, it's giving, he didn't just show up, but like this was put together, okay? Let me tell y'all something. This man, Diddy, is not getting off of this case without a real fight, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the prosecution is trying to replace juror number 6. They said that juror number 6 had something going on. They won't tell us what it is, okay? But the juror number 6 has something going on. Diddy's defense is trying to keep juror number 6 around because juror number 6 is a black juror. And I think what's happening is the prosecution feels like because juror number 6 is a black juror, that there might be some type of bias there. Something of the nature, whatever the case, the judge has to consider all those things. It is really up to the judge's call at this point. All right, another thing is that Diddy had a secret phone that recently came out. There was a phone that was found a few days before he got arrested. He found the phone. He said in the phone, he was texting KK, okay, Corinne, his assistant, who had abandoned him. Okay, at that time, he just started texting her from the phone, from the secret phone, because she wouldn't answer his phone calls off of his regular phone or his text messages. The girl is trying to save her life. I'm just saying. But he had a secret phone. He started texting her, and he was saying, I'm not deleting anything from this phone. Basically, like, come get the phone. I'm scared they're going to find it. He had a lot of panicking emojis. A lot of like I'm scared emojis, things going on like that, things that were presented to the jury. And let me tell you this much though too, when the jury is presented with that type of evidence, where they get the chance to look directly into this phone and see direct messages from this man to this woman, and they get to feel a tone, they get to get the tone that he was speaking in, and understand the mind frame and the emotional panic behind these text messages, that can be very, very damaging. So also, he said that he was naming things in the phone, like this is over here, that's over there, can you get this from there, can you get that from there. He also did the same thing on a prison phone call with his son. He said, hey man, he was speaking in codes, go get this from over here and throw it away, and stuff like that, stuff of that nature. He may have outlined his entire case with this phone. How sad, how ridiculous. He literally incriminated himself. Like, he literally put himself in a position that he cannot dig himself out of, because those are his own words from his own phone. But he said, I didn't delete anything. Even if you would have deleted it, honey, they would still have it, because they have forensic ways of looking up deleted messages on the phone. Hello. They would still have it. You definitely would not have gotten away with that. There's a lot going on in this Diddy trial. Speaking of text messages, Jane was up there, and she was telling the jury and the court about some messages that she sent to him. She felt like he was only with her because he was forced. She was forced to do things. He was only with her because she was doing the things he was forcing her to do at the freak-offs. It got to the point where she was begging for it to stop, where she was saying that she was uncomfortable. She was saying that this is the only reason why you call me, is to do these freak-offs. You don't really care about what I have going on. You just want me to do these freak-offs. That is the point that they had gotten to. Okay, and his response, and mind you, she said that she had read the entire discovery in regards to what he was sending Cassie through, and she said it was describing her life word for word. So even though the discovery was just about Cassie, she said it was the same thing that he did for her, word to word, word for word. And she was pointing out how that's word for word. I will cover that in another video. But she was pointing out, matter of fact, let me go find that. All right, so I found them. There's 5 of them. So this is what Jane revealed as far as text messages in court in her phone. She said, I don't want to be used and locked in a room to perform and fulfill your fantasies. I'm coming to the realization of what this really is. My heart is really in this and it's breaking. I don't want to play this role in your life anymore. Okay, now locked in a room was crazy. She said, our experiences are desensitizing sex for me. She also said, I am not a porno star. I'm not an animal. I need a break. I don't want to do anything. I've hit a wall. Now, this was after she was like throwing up for 24 hours. And he was still forcing her to do things even as she was throwing up. She said, I wish we could jog this back to when we first started dating and just getting to know each other. Ever since I opened Pandora's box, I've never been able to close it. One night of fun turned into the entirety of our relationship. And now it's all I'm expected to do and get called for. It's hurting me because I'm so much more than being loved in the dark in hotel rooms, doing things that make me feel disgusted with myself. I'm confusing your lust for me as real love. My heart is really in this and it's breaking. I don't want you to play this role. It's dark, sleazy, and it makes me feel disgusted with myself. I feel it's the only reason you have me around and why you paid for the house. I don't want to feel obligated to perform these nights with you in fear of losing a roof over my head. I don't want to keep feeling like that anymore. I'm crying as I type this. We just need to talk like adults and figure things out where we'll go from here. Now, mind you, when she says, basically she feels like she has to do this, she feels obligated to do it, or he'll take the roof from over her head. That is a part of a RICO. His response was simply, girl, stop. That does not look good to the jury. He actually also made a response to her in regards to her house and her teeth. Like, look at the roof over your head and that pretty smile. Do the things that I want you to do, or else that all goes away. And that, my friend, dear friends, that is RICO. Now, Diddy has some sick stuff going on in his household, but it's crazy because he had all these girlfriends. We thought that Cassie was the only one. No, he had all these girlfriends, including Young Miami. What's sad to me about Young Miami, this girl, this Jane Doe, this is her, and she did reveal who she was recently. I'm gonna show it to you guys. I'm going on my other phone though. But what's crazy is we thought that Cassie was the only one. She wasn't. Also, Young Miami knew exactly what was going on. She was okay playing the role in the front ground. knowing that he had all these girlfriends in the background. Now, this is the girl that is the Jane Doe. This is the Jane Doe. And I hope you guys can see that. Her name is Chelsea Lovelace. Okay, I'm going to open my phone up so you guys can see her a little bit closer. This is Chelsea Lovelace. This is the Jane Doe that is on stage right now, basically on stage at the Diddy trial. This is her. This is our girl Chelsea Lovelace, and this is who is currently on the stand. She's been on the stand for a week, an entire week, which is absolutely crazy. She said she was drugged, controlled, and forced into freak-offs, and that is what she's testifying to. Not only that, but she said that she would have to do all this stuff with these men. And the part that bothered her was trying to keep these men aroused because they were on drugs. So she would go, and she was tired of the hours of foreplay trying to keep them aroused. And so she would go and get them pills, over-the-counter pills, to help them continue what they were doing, because that was the only thing that would satisfy Diddy. That is ridiculous, and it is very sad. And wow, what a way to wield your power and your celebrity over women. Crazy. All right, let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, subscribe.